You know, my childhood and Jim's childhood was a terrific experience. We lived in a very fine place. We lived in a small house. It was big enough. In fact, our father and his cousin built our house in the late 30s and then added on to it, I think when I was either a baby or just before I was born. And it was right on the creek. It was on Wheeling Creek, and there were nothing but woods on the other side of the creek and as far as you could see until I was about 10 years old when Interstate 70 was built. And it gave us a new thing to look at, which is this massive road that was up and came on past our street, but it was up, I don't know, 100 yards, 300 feet, maybe not that much, but it seemed like it was way up high on a hill. And of course we lived in Wheeling, West Virginia, and there was nothing but hills in Wheeling. But that creek was our playground. It was our place to fish and swim and go ice skating in the winter. It was marvelous in the winters. We had very cold winters back then. We had a lot of ice. I mean, ice would get to be 8 to 10 inches thick on that creek. And we would go down and shovel the snow from the ice and build a circular ice rink in the middle of the creek. You know, pretty good size. The creek was, I don't know, about 40 feet across, and you know, so we could build a nice big rink, and we'd shovel that snow off into the edges and pack it in and make a berm around that, and then get a hose from the closest neighbor and flood that area with water, let it freeze overnight, and we had the most smooth ice rink imaginable. In fact, it was as good as any Zamboni ever produced. So the creek and that environment was fabulous. We lived on our screen porch that Pap and Mama and I built, and I think Jim was away by that time when we built that porch. Maybe not, but that's not clear in my memory. But we built that ourselves, and it became our summertime place to sit and eat and watch TV and read and just enjoy life. It was a great place to live, great place to grow up.